Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Tuesday, August the 24th, and welcome to our video commentary. Well, the Afghanistan story is changing constantly, that sometimes, it's hard to concentrate on the latest. The latest, apparently, is that we're going to leave on the August 31st. In other words, we're not going to extend the August 31st withdrawal. That's the latest. Now, that could change by the time you watch this, or it could change in the next 24 hours because that seems to be the nature of this conflict. It changes a lot. But that's apparently what will happen. And that kind of ties into the topic I wanted to get into today, of course, which is this little debate that they had in the press room on Monday between Peter Doocy of Fox News and the press secretary. And Peter Doocy asked a very good question. He said, "Are Americans stranded in Afghanistan?" And of course, the press secretary responded, "No, we're not leaving anybody. It's not fair to say that they're stranded." And I know what she was trying to say. In all fairness to her, I know what she was trying to say. She was trying to convey the message that the administration did not consider them stranded because they were doing whatever they could to get them out. So I understand what she was trying to say, but the way it came out, though, was totally different because, of course, they're stranded. I mean, if you cannot leave your location and go to the airport, then what are you? You are stranded. And I think that's the dilemma for this administration, that the whole situation in Afghanistan is such a difficult topic and such a difficult issue that sometimes it's even hard to explain it, as the press secretary found out yesterday. Of course they're stranded. Now, that doesn't mean that the government doesn't want to get them out. It doesn't mean that the government is not going to get them out or maybe try to get them out somehow. But they are stranded because they cannot leave their home or their location and travel to the airport and go in the airport. They got to go through all kinds of checkpoints, and we have to trust that the Taliban will let them through. Now, I think the Taliban is smart enough to let Americans through. I think they're smart enough to know that. But my real concern here is for the people who were helping us, the Afghan citizens who put everything on the line to help us, who may not get through, who may get to the checkpoint and they'll say, well, American, you can go through, but you cannot go through because you're a traitor and so on, and you stay behind. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, imagine if you were walking to the airport with a friend or bringing a friend or whatever who was one of these Afghan translators, or as many as we had there, and they say he cannot come. Are you going to stay behind? I mean, it's a tough question, I know, and it's hard to answer it in a video, but that's the dilemma. So they are not stranded intentionally. The American government is not going to leave them there intentionally, but at the moment, they don't have any choice but to wait for the United States to pick them up. And if we're not going to extend beyond our deadline ends on the 31st of August, I don't see how we can get that many people out by then. So this is a total mess. I just don't know how else to explain it. And it's hard for me to believe that President Biden did not consider all of this as he was planning a strategy. Everybody told him, I'm sure, I have no doubt that the military told him about this. And yet he went ahead and made the decision. And now, of course, it's a mess, and I have no idea how this is going to end. Thank you for watching. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday. Bye-bye, everybody.